Okay. I think that, um, eh, sorry. Hold on. Oh. This gets funnier every time it happens. Hold on, hold on. What? Did a toggle come off? What's going on? Hold on. We can't have things work, obviously. You know, we can't do things like that. Something. There we go. Okay, that's much better. I think I was stuck on something that I shouldn't have been stuck on. But yeah, the almost a year thing gets funnier every time it happens. Just so you know. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is this the reason? Hold on. Sorry. Ow. Ow. Sorry. Hold on. I got an iPad. I got an iPad. And I realized that I could do streaming stuff with it instead of using my janky phone with an app that doesn't work half the time. So now I have iFacial mocap for real, but the actual model doesn't have the official AR kit things on it, but that's fine. But thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Alright, where were we? It's been a while. I forgot what we were doing. Oh, hey, Selene. Mars says, breezing past you. I'm sorry, I can't talk now. I'm on my way to work in command. She stops when you don't sound amazed enough. You know, the supply depot? She clarified, it's the most important job in the whole country. Colony? Anything that gets made here goes through me first. Oh, well, aren't you special? Mars's smug smile gets somehow even more smug. Plus, I get the first pick of all the best stuff. Yeah. Could I work there with you? Well, Mars hems and haws. I suppose it is a lot of work to do alone, and I do like you. We should stick together. Whatever Mars does to pull Administrator Seek's strings works, because an hour later, you get a message from them on your holopom. They're dubious that you'll be able to rise to the responsibilities of the role, but that's nothing new. Seek is dubious about everything and everyone and everything. But they agreed that Mars would be more efficient if she had someone else to keep an eye on her. What? Someone set a new record for chocolate chip cookie speedruns? How does one speedrun a chocolate chip cookie? I have to know. I do have to know. Okay. Still getting used to all these expressions. And I'm sorry for any eye weirdness. As it turns out, the glasses are still kind of an obstacle. But check it out when I'm not wearing my glasses. It's just that I have to wear my glasses because otherwise I can't read the text or chat because I'm blind. What? Wait, what? Wait, this is for real cookies? You can speedrun cookies? Hold on. Ingredients, okay, apparently they need to be baked completely at the end state. Ingredients must start separate. Took 2 minutes to mix ingredients. 96 seconds to bake. Apparently super hot oven technique. So it's a speedrun of making cookies. I love people. I love people. I love how people are. if you throw your cookie dough into the sun, you will speed run this even faster. Believe it or not. That's what science says. Your mom is hard at work. Are you even surprised anymore? She cares about these fields more than she cares about anything else, including you, her child. Oh, well, that's a little sad. Your dad sneezes and wipes his nose. The handkerchief. Phew, the pollen, he says, his voice thick with congestion. Someday, I'm gonna get used to this. Well, edible is a very low bar to clear, I think. It takes... Okay, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be able to make friends with them. You don't see Anemone. She sees you first. Tag, she exclaims, pouncing on you from behind. You're it. Again, I don't have any stats. I am a weak little baby. Edible and not bad sounds like when you're trying really hard not to offend someone. Listen, sometimes that's all you can get out of a day, but you've activated my baking special interest, so I made Dole Whip earlier. It's really good, and I liked it. It's just too hot to bake anything because it's like 90 degrees already, and it's May. Not even in the May 20s. So. Do you want me to send you some? I think it'd be melted by the time it gets there. You know, I don't have any stats. I have no stats. And no friends. Do you want the curdled remains of the Dole Whip? I'm going to school. And I'm going to study engineering. You should have known better, Tangent, you hear as you walk past the laboratory. Curious, you listen at the door. Chief Engineer Instance. That weird way to roll off the tongue. Chief Instance sighs. I know you meant well, but your presumption has cost us 3 months of work. You can't simply look at an experiment and change the parameters to your liking. Getting results is not the same as doing good science. Your findings, however scientifically interesting, are useless to us without sound underpinnings. No. No. What? I'm scared. What happened? Don't scare me like that. Tang's response is more subdued than you've ever heard her before. I'm sorry, Chief Engineer, she mumbles, looking down at the floor. I recognize the error of my ways. What? Huh? What do you mean tacos are sandwiches? Legally? Why are they making legal rulings about this thing? I should hope so, Instance replies, pinching the bridge of her nose in her fingers. I'll expect you in the lab first thing tomorrow morning, and I will personally supervise your work and... I will personally supervise your work in resetting the experiment. Wow. You flatten against the wall as Instance breezes past you, barely giving you a second look as she strides down the hallway. You poke your head inside the laboratory where Tang scowls and wipes her eyes. What do you want? Cheer up, it could be worse. I don't think that's a good way to go about it. I feel like this is a mistake. What? Huh. That worked. It's true, I could have lost 4 months of worth, Tang says, wryly. That's the spirit. Why are you like this? No. Why can't I? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Losing the data was my fault, Tang continues. I wanted to prove I'm not the little kid from biology class, that I'm ready to work hard and really make great discoveries. Dr. Instance has always been there for me. When I was a kid, and now with my mother gone, she's the only adult in this colony who sees what I could become, she says. She believes I can be better than what I am. It's always been that way. I just really want to impress her. I don't think I ever played Stray. Crane Theos did. But I don't think I ever did. You will. Tang hums in agreement. I certainly hope so. Okay, let's see if we remember how to play this. That didn't work. Yeah, that was... when was that? I mean, to be fair, neither of us have been able to stream. I mean, I have... What was my stress at? 65 stress. Wow, 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 wow. Why are they ruling on whether or not tacos are sandwiches? That's what I want to know. There's no I can't do this. Zoning laws for sandwiches? Zoning laws for sandwiches? Why? I don't understand. Why are there separate zoning places for sandwich restaurants and other types of restaurants, though? I don't get it. Ugh, I wish my eyebrows would move. Hold on. Here, this was the expression I'm making. I don't get it. Anyway. My eyebrows don't move with these glasses. Oh. And I don't know where my streaming glasses are. Okay, have a good nap. Thank you for lurking. Your dad comes back from work one day looking seriously under the weather. He's pale with deep circles under his eyes and he keeps sneezing. It's fine, he insists. It's just all this pollen in the air. It's gunking up the old air tubes. Do you remember hay fever, Flulu? We always got it back on Earth, too. I don't trust that. Someone is going to die. Also, can someone play a sound? Because I think the sound alerts should work, but I'm not sure if they do. Actually, I can play a sound. Hold on.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That's true. That's true. Yes, please play the sound alerts. Feel free to annoy me whenever. And really do it as much as possible. Your mom frowns and crosses her arms. We did, she agrees. So why isn't it bothering me? Because you're gonna die. Someone's gonna die. You're a lot tougher than me, Sweet Pea, your dad says, and your mom rolls her eyes. I'm sure I just have to get used to it like you did, he continues. You're gonna die. It's death. Immediate death. Maybe I'll go for a stroll outside the gates later, really get a good lungful of the stuff. I'll feel bad for a few weeks, but after that, I'll be fine. No, don't do that. Someone's gonna die, and I think it's gonna be the exocolonist's dad. Oh no. Oh no. Also, I have to get my water. 1 second. Allow me to glitch out. Okay. Allow my soul to leave my body. Okay. This is not good. This is very bad. Your mom raises both eyebrows. Outside the gates? You? Your dad shrugs, then shrugs, then falls into a fit of sneezing and can't answer. Your mom directs him to go lie down on their bed. You need rest, not machismo, she scolds him. I don't have achoo! Your dad sneezes. A macho bone in my body, foo-foo, and I have to fertilize the corn and pixie beans this week. Uh-huh, your mom grunts. Your dad pulls a handkerchief from his pocket and sneezes into it a few times. Big yelling honk sneezes. Ah, yes, Dad sneezes. That echo through your whole quarters. He pulls it away from his face, and you can tell that something's wrong. No way. Huh, your dad says weakly, holding... Oh, no.
Food.
Oh, food! I have food. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I'll see your dog says.
Okay, I'm back. Oh shit. I'm pretty sure their dad just collapsed. Their dad. Oh no! It wouldn't take that long, guys. I dropped to 2 viewers. Rip. Okay. Well, that's fine. Chief Engineer Instance takes your dad's vitals and gives him a cursory look over, but she seems satisfied with what she sees without having to do a thorough examination. The explorers have started calling this the shimmer, she says, shining a light down your dad's throat. He's looking a bit better, but not much. It's an airborne environmental toxin, likely in the pollen fog. Yeah, so that... Yeah, that tracks. Will he be okay? Sorry, I'm also eating. It doesn't seem to cause long-term damage to the body, Instance explains. I don't know about that. Doubt. I'm sorry your body hurts, by the way. I hope you get some rest this week. She gestures in the air, making notes on her hollow eye that only she can see. I've been tracking its effects for 3 seasons now. The toxin is flushed out of the body after 3 to 5 days, and it's not contagious. Actually, no, I doubt it. This seems like it's from maybe a horror movie, possibly. She looks down at your father. What that means for you, Geranium, since you're particularly susceptible to the toxin, you should be taking better pains to avoid exposure. If you must go outside during pollen, use a respirator. That's unfortunate because he's in charge of the greenhouse. Your dad smiles weakly. You got it, boss, he says. Your mom smiles and puts her hand over his. As your literal boss, I'm ordering you not to come into work for the rest of the week, she says. You're on strict bed rest. She leans in to touch her forehead to his. They stay like that, smiling with relief. Oh, this is going to go so badly! Even after 1 day of bed rest, your dad is looking a lot better. He's clearly anxious to get back out into the fields. I don't trust it! It's a mind virus sort of thing. Oh no, it's the woke mind virus that they're all talking about. You're gonna love the new crop, Soane. It's called Pixie Bean. They glow in the dark. I wouldn't eat it. It's cordyceps. You're right. I don't trust it. The fields look so beautiful at night. I'm happy that we finally found something that would actually grow here that isn't soy, and more soy. What's wrong with soy? He shouldn't be, working. I can't say that I'm a soy boy because I'm not a boy, but soy products are good, actually. Everyone should eat more soy products. I'm sorry. It's annoying that they only give you a 75-cent refund, but wheat and wheat byproducts. I was re-listening to Night Vale the other day. It's a very good podcast. Sorry, I'm still eating. Okay. Hi, Tang. Are we friends yet? Yeah, I think we gotta give up on this KFC giving us sauce. Your hollow palm pulses with a message from Tang. Hello, Selene. If you're not occupied, could I ask for your assistance in the lab? Thank you in advance. Tangent. Oh, we're friends! We're friends! Typical Tang, but her asking for help is something so rare that you can't help but head over right away. You find her hunched over a spectrometer, making notes on a holoscreen. Oh, you're here, she says, blinking rapidly. She looks like she's been awake for days, wrinkled, a little shiny, and with the wild-eyed look of someone who needs a cup of blep tea. What's blep tea? Is it anything like barley tea? I just think there are some DoorDashes or some stores that are very bad at fulfilling certain things, and this KFC has never once given us sauce. Are they always out of sauce? What's going on? Should have gotten Popeyes. How can I help? I'm researching the shimmer, the respiratory illness some people report during pollen. I'm loath to admit it, but I need your assistance. She takes 4 vials with swabs inside and puts them into your hands. I need recent saliva samples from both you and your father, she says. There must be a reason why he's so susceptible to the shimmer and you're not. You share half your genetic code with him. There must be some marker we can compare between the 2 samples. Then, she continues, pulling another vial from a rack of test tubes. Administer this to yourselves, wait 3 days, and take the samples again. The test should be able to determine if anything in your body chemistry has changed. Okay. Tang looks at you very seriously, cutting through her bleary expression. There's something going on here, she whispers. Something really, really big. I've begun to realize this is about more than just curing a disease. She squeezes your hand so hard it almost hurts. Unlocking the secrets of the shimmer, who it affects, and why, could lead to a greater understanding of all life on Vertumna. And knowledge is more than power, Selene. It's control. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, no. Are you okay? You seem unhinged. Tang blinks again. I'm perfectly fine, she says dismissively. This is the face of a complete concentration and focus. I'm in the zone, Selene. Yeah, like, I don't like that. I'll do it. What does this mean? Thank you, Tang says. I've been researching so hard I think my eyes are going to fall out of my head. And for what? Well, for the end of the debilitating disease is a pretty good reason, but Tang just shakes her head at herself before you can answer. We're at a disadvantage here, she mutters. We're fighting blind. We need to understand this planet if we're going to get it under our control. No, I don't think she's asking us to poison our dad. I mean, if she is, that will be a horrible turn of events. I desperately want another card. Hey, how you feeling, bud? Where's your respirator? You spot your dad looking longingly towards the forest. You ever think about what's out there, he muses? There could be anything. We don't even know. And I'm stuck here, pushing dirt around. Well, that's what you signed up for, buddy. Work in the depot? Seek rolls their eyes. Oh! Canon they them? Ha! Yes, good. Seek rolls their eyes when they see you report to the depot for your first day as a clerk. Oh, it's you, they deadpan. Well, at least you might learn something useful while you're here. The depot is where the precious nanoprinter lives. Seek lords over it like a tyrant, and they don't like children. Why are you letting kids work there, then? They load the depot module on your holopalm and walk you through the process. People submit requisitions for the nanoprinter through this portal. They explain. It's your job to program the correct routine into the nanoprinter to fulfill their order. Then you mark it as available for delivery or pickup, depending on if we have a delivery person available. Seek grumbles, and we almost never do. With that perfunctory explanation, Seek leaves you to figure out what to do on your own. It's okay for the first hour or so, because no one puts in a requisition at all. It is pretty early. Maybe everyone is still asleep? Jump on some homework. You do a math worksheet while you wait for the first order to come in. Hey, this isn't so bad. You're jerked back to reality by a haptic pulse through your holopalm. Your first order. You excitedly open your holopalm and read it. Elbow grease, 1 gallon, it reads. From Cal, Geoponics. Delivery, ASAP. Okay. Very funny, Cal. You dismiss the phony requisition. Ha ha, Cal's got jokes. Another one pops up on your holo screen. Flashlight fluid, 2 gallons. Anemone, sports ball, delivery, ASAP. Really? Another bogus requisition? Are your friends trying to prank you? You've barely dismissed that second one before the third one comes in. ID-10T gas. Flammable. 2 cubic meters. Pressurized. Tangent. Engineering. Delivery. ASAP. Caution. Okay, well, I'm not smart enough to do this. So, you fix the requisition to your holo screen and fire up the nanoprinter. Huh, there must be something wrong, because you're not finding anything under... You're about to punch in the parameters for something similar to what's in the requisition when you hear someone laughing behind you. OMG, Mars explains, leaning over your shoulder to look at your holopalm. Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? Like, Selene, that's not even a thing. Mars snaps her gum in your ear. Ugh. As she reaches over and dismisses the requisition. Here, I saved you from being a nullhead today. Now you owe me one, she says. I take payment in acts of service. That's my love language. It's acts of service. Wait, what does that mean? ID 10T. What? ID 10T? ID 10T? Am I missing something? She hops up on the depot counter and primly crosses her legs. Aw, just like my little doggy. I am so totally relieved to have you as my assistant here, Selene. Finally, someone to haul boxes and fetch things so I can focus on the important work. I should be in charge. I don't care which one of you is in charge, Seek interrupts, so long as you get the work done. Mars can hardly wait until Seek is gone to giggle. Either way, I'm glad you're here. This job is usually so boring. You were hyping it up before, Mars. Can I please have better cards? Please? Oh. Rude. I did it. I met the bare minimum. All right. I'm still technically eating. You really think there are aliens here? Card! You really think there are aliens here, Mars asks, looking out at the colony walls? Like, not the weird monster animal ones, but like human-type ones? So, humanoids? Fancy word I learned from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. She sighs and crosses her arms. I almost want to meet an alien just because it would be something to do. Well, you do things. Ugh. It's not even a good card. Mars is always talking about how she's bored and wishes there was more to do here, but there are 100 reasons Vertumna isn't boring. You try to list them all. There's all the cool plants and new constellations to look at. Just yesterday, you watched a dwarf moth squeeze through a crack in the wall no animal should be able to fit through. We love a bare minimum king, that's right. C's get degrees. That's my philosophy. Mars listens politely, but starts yawning halfway through. Less bored is still bored when it comes to Mars and Vertumna. Mean. I love Cal. I want to be friends with him. Nope. Nope. I have no skills. Tang is hard at work on her science fair project for Vertumnalia. I recognize that, though I crushed the competition last year with my project on UV radiation from the planet's two suns. There's always room for improvement. She looks up from her holopalm. Please leave me alone. If I need someone to help me with the cutting and pasting, I will let you know. Rude. I'm going to get school done. Study life sciences. It's been a while since you've been to life science class. You wonder who they got to teach it after Professor Hal died. He was the teacher back on the ship. Who could possibly replace him? You take your seat in the classroom. There's no teacher here yet. You and the other students wait, exchanging awkward glances as time passes. Oh. Eventually, Chief Engineer Instance breezes through the door. She's accompanied by Tang, who takes a seat beside you, barely giving you a second look. Look who showed up, Instance snaps. With a sinking feeling, you know she's talking about you. Hold on. So, Lane, can you even tell me what life science entails? Tang looks at you out of the corner of her eye, trying not to smirk. Shut up! You easily rattle off the subject names. Instance doesn't look pleased, but she doesn't look disappointed either. That's about as good as you ever get from her, honestly, so you can count that as a win. I love that one of those options was the wet sciences. Tangent stops you on the way to class. So, Lane, were you heading to life sciences? Good, I could use your help with something, actually. I'm working with Chief Engineer Instance in the biolab. If you give me your hand with it, I'm sure she'll give you credit for the class. Of course I'll help. Honestly, admits Tang, we just need someone to label petri dishes and move them from cooler to different machines. A Hopeye could do it. Well, thanks for that vote of confidence, my friend. Instance is staring unfocused at her hollow eye as she processes the result of the scans. I'm sorry I'm stumbling so much today. Tang goes and stands beside her, pulling up the scan on her own holopalm. They confer quietly while you wait. Sounds like they're studying the shimmer, the mysterious illness some colonists get during pollen every year, including your dad. Yes, we went over this. Instance looks up at you, as if just noticing your existence. Ah, so Lane, she says, we've been studying samples from some of the colonists who get sick during pollen, including your dad. Some of the stuff in his lungs, it's some kind of fungus. We think the shimmer is a form of reproduction, Tang explains. It's like a fungus trying to turn us into more fungus like it. It's really neat, actually. Ha! That's not neat! That's not neat! No, it's not! Okay, well, let's get off this planet. You sound like the fungus. Yeah, neat. You spend the rest of the week helping them study the illness. Mostly this involves following instructions and doing, as Tang loves to repeat, jobs a Hopeye could do. Nothing beats hand-on experience, though. This would be easier if we had an actual sample of the fungus, Instance remarks. They're working with some biological samples, a fancy word for snot, but according to them, the fungus is all mixed in with human cells. Instance has to spend a long time in virtual space, trying to disconnect the two in her models. Well, yeah. Hey, I don't think this planet is good for us. Where could I find a sample? Our most useful reports has been from foragers returning from the Valley of Vertigo, she tells you, where the pollen is thick all year. That might be a good place to start. Well, I'd love to, but... What is my stress at? Is it worth it, you think? Yeah, fuck it. That's fine. I'll rest this month. It's dust. Does anybody have anything new to say? You catch your dad taking a break in the shade of the geoponics domes. Oh hey, he says, waving lazily. Taking breaks is important. Don't forget to take care of yourself, okay? He's gonna die. Yeah, I know. Staying hydrated, right? Your mom asks. When it's this hot out, you get dehydrated a lot faster than you think. If you feel thirsty, you're already behind the curve. She stops what she's doing and mops her forehead. It was pretty hot back on Earth by the time we left. You grew up on a spaceship, but I remember what it was like. Global warming, huh? Video games are escapism from our real world problems. What is my biology? Oh, it's actually pretty close. But I am going to sleep. Nothing much happens this month. This month? You spend most of the time spacing out to whatever's on your hear speak, occasionally nodding hello to the other colonists passing through. You binge a few seasons of a show you've been meaning to rewatch. Oh, the festival! Again. I'm gonna fail. Again. It's time for the 3rd annual Vertumnalia Festival. You gather your family in the colony square. Everyone takes a seat as Governor Udicott approaches the stage. She folds her hand and serenely addresses the crowd. What a pleasure it is to address you all today as your governor, she says, looking as pleased as she ever does. In under 3 years, we've built a colony of which we can be truly proud. While we've suffered hardships and losses, we remain standing, as always looking towards the future we're building together. Let us use this midsummer festival as a time to reflect on our many blessings, Udicott continues. Fresh water, good food, healthy children, and a strong community. Udicott bows her head, but first let us remember Professor Halitosis? Who named him? Who guided our children and kept our engines running for so many years? I can't believe Hal was halitosis! Okay. Chief Engineer Instance will be filling in with help from our ship's AI congruence until someone can take up the mantle that rested so easily on Hal's broad shoulders. Who is this lady? We also recognize the passing of our dear friend, Chief Surveyor Melatonin. Known for his gentle nature and curious spirit, Tonen joins his daughter Aspartame and his partner Lavandula in the world of our memories. Did they all die? In his place, we welcome our youngest council member ever, Utopia, representing Expeditions. Udicott invites the rest of the council to stand and be recognized among the crowd, including your mom, who huffs an annoyance. Yeah, well, that tracks. Aspartame? Yeah, these names are a little... Did they take new names when they left the planet and they just decided they wanted to be silly with it? Does anyone else get the feeling with this game that all of the colonists are like... Maybe I've been reading too much Lost too, but does anybody get the feeling that these guys are all in a cult? Like they're a cult that happened to space travel to a new planet. I'm just getting these vibes. When the... Yeah, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. When the applause dies down and the council sits, Utopia remains standing. Actually, Auntie Udicott, y'all mind if I just make a quick announcement? Udicott nods and Utopia clears her throat. I just wanted to say thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says. Hold on. I just wanted to say thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says, her clear voice ringing out over the crowd. A cheer rises from Expeditions, and she motions for them to quiet down. Uncle Tonan's left some big shoes to fill, and, well, I'm going to give it my best. We're fixing to get to the bottom of what we're calling the shimmer, the sniffles folks have been getting during pollen, Utopia continues. Until we do, please keep on wearing your masks when the pollen is thick, and let the doc know if you're under the weather. My accent is all over the place. She bends down to hug the governor as she leaves the stage. Thank you, Utopia, Udicott says warmly, and thank you to the rest of the council for their service. Live music starts playing, and Udicott smiles. And now it's time for games and feasting. The crowd disperses towards the feasting table, clearing the area of chairs so the children's competitions can be held. Which will you do this year? Talent show! Mars has been studying Dis's technique after being embarrassed by his comedy impressions last year. Her routine this time is more like a celebrity roast. Oh, don't make fun of him. He already has anxiety. Only the celebrity target is Dis, and he's not in on the joke. She levels some truly incinerating disses about his clothes and his mannerisms and his weird hobbies, keeping it just the side of too mean. She's a lot more polished than Dis's stammering impressions, and the judges can't help but smile. Oh, so you were just bullying the weird kid? Is that what we're doing? Just bully the autistic child? When it's Dis's turn, he's so embarrassed that he stumbles through the whole routine. A series of knock-knock jokes that gets less funny as time drags on, ends up running off stage before finishing. It's your turn. Sing a folk song from Earth. Oh god, this again. No. Hold on. That's lower. Yes! Finally! Good fucking cards. Okay. This sucks so bad. What's my goal? So no. Yes! Yes! I'm sorry. I did it! I did a good job. You perform a traditional song. By the time you're finished, people have tears in their eyes. Utica asks you to record a copy of it for the Hollow Archives. You win, as voted by audience applause. Yes, I have another card. Good. Mars shrugs and shakes her hand. She wasn't really interested in winning anyway. She just wanted to get back at Dis for last year's performance. Ah, so she wanted to bully the kid. Good and fine. Yes, everything, that's fine. Good. After the festivities, you take time off for a much-needed, very relaxing break. Your dad sets up a slip and slide through the colony square, and everyone takes turns sliding on their stomachs and spraying water at each other. It's a lot of fun. You can feel your worries floating away in the hot dust suns. Something's gonna go poorly by the end of this year. Pizza! You have pizza? Give me some. Tang has something to say. Let's see. Tang, what do you have? Tangent is deep in conversation with one of the other scientists. He seems to be consoling her, though Tangent's face betrays no emotion as he claps her on the shoulder and reassures her that she's doing really well for someone so young, and that everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. Oh. That sounds amazing! Pulled pork, sausage, bacon, mushroom? Oh my god. Yes, it's not for Chica. Not for Chica. He leaves and Tangent sighs as she goes to put on her head in her hands. Stopping short when she realizes she's still wearing gloves, she peels them off and digs her fingers into her eyes. What's up, Tang? Tang grimses. Just great. Well, I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the workstation down with sanitizer. She sniffs. It's gross here. It's so gross here, she says. I probably did that fungus a favor. Tangent takes a bottle of sanitizer from under her workbench and cleans while she speaks. There are pollen spores everywhere, she whines, and he comes over here and tells me it'll be okay, Tang, like it's his job to console and patronize me. I hate being patronized too. +5 rebellion, yeah! You both sigh in unison. I hate being young, she says bitterly. Why don't they understand that we have higher expectations for ourselves than they do? I need to learn from my own failures. Oh, you need to be a child, actually. Yes! What I don't need, she continues icily, is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay, and adults will make it all better. I messed up, she says. Just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it like I'm a child with a boo-boo. You are a child. You're 12. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Selene, how's it going, little partner? Chief Surveyor Utopia steps casually out to bar your way while making it look accidental. Whoa there! I don't know if you're ready to head out there and join the surveyors just yet. Why don't you skedaddle and stick to sports ball inside the walls for now? She rubs her knuckles into your scalp and sends you on your way. Ugh! Shinhe? What? Oh no! Who, this? No, that's Utopia. You're allowed to say mommy on this stream. Alright, let's... Ooh. Ooh, it's time for Chica's dinner. Chica's gonna get dinner. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hold on. I have to prepare myself. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I'm embarrassed. I don't know if I can do this. Was that good enough? Was that terrified Ara good enough? Oh. Ara. Can you hear that? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that counts. That counts. That counts. That counts. No, it's just really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Regina can do it, but I can't do it. Oh my god. Okay. 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 I'm good. I'm fine. It's fine and I'm fine. Shovel dirt. Hey, Squirt, your mom calls out to you. Don't you think it's time you started thinking about what you're going to do when you're older? You look at her in confusion. Isn't she always telling you to stay in school? She chuckles. You gotta think about it sometime, kid. How about you come join your folks on the farm, if you think you're up for it? Yeah, new job. Your mom claps you on the back. Ugh, she's just as strong as she looks. I lost a viewer for that, Ada. Great, she says. Come see me in geoponics when you're ready to start. It'll be more fun than wheeling around dirt, I promise. Oh, this is an incredible hand. Yeah, baby, I know how to play this game. I got friendship with Cal. Yay. Mid-dust. Or late dust, actually. What to do, what to do, what to do. Oh, hi, Mars. Mars is watching a vid from Earth on her holopalm. She gestures you over and you sync your holopalm with hers. The audio track comes through your hear speak. All these words. Mars knows every word. Beside you, she recites the dialogue perfectly along with the actors. Since the day we met, I devoted my life to finding you. I searched every train station, every coffee shop, every museum, and park for you, she says. My every waking thought was only of you. Oh, hi, Mars. Her voice goes higher. And I dreamed of you, she says. Every night, my heart called to yours in the dark. I never hoped to dream I would find you again. I'm here now, she says, playing the first part again. I'm here, and I'm never leaving your side again. Oh, Mars is a romantic. Also, is that from something, I wonder? Mars drags her hands down her face as the couple in the vid kiss passionately. Ugh, she exclaims. I've seen this vid 100 times, and the end always makes me want to yarts. They met on the train once and spent forever looking for each other. Like, move on, you know? It's not like living here where there's only, like, 100 people to pick from. You're in a huge city. Go find anyone else. Thank you. Why do you keep watching it? Mars sighs, exasperated. I've already seen everything else worth watching. Yes, can I help you, phone? Before you can protest, she puts up a hand. Okay, fine. I do like the city parts. Like, isn't it post-real to imagine cities so big you could get lost in them? So many people that you could meet someone and then never see them again in your life? Mars waves away the vid screen. Sometimes I think I should have been born back on Earth, not on this dumb spaceship. She mock punches the hull of the ship behind her. All those cities and people, and the stuff you could do. Watching new vids, going to concerts. The only culture here is grown in a lab. Mars smiles dreamily. And the shopping. They have so much stuff on Earth. Anything you could dream, not just the rubbish our old nanoprinters can make. I'm bored of everything I own, Mars complains. Speaking of shopping, do you want to trade some kudos for one of my old jackets? My dad says I can't print more stuff until I get rid of something. I'd say 50 kudos sounds fair. Yeah, sure, why not? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, never mind. I have to spend money to get goods and services. Mars takes off her jacket and watches critically as you try it on. Well, it matches your hair, she says, but it kind of puckers at the shoulders. It was really tailor-printed to fit me. She looks almost like she's going to take it back for a second before putting her hands up in cinder. No, I admit, it looks good on you. Makes you look posh. Makes you look posh. I wonder if Mars has a British accent, actually. You think she has a British accent? My toughness is 13. Let's go study life sciences. Well, actually... Yay! You're running late for humanities class. When you arrive, everyone is gathered in the bing bags around the room's big holo projector. Ship's computer congruence is displayed on it. She's giving today's lesson, reading an old book of Earth poetry. The homemade pickles were a hit this weekend. I bet they were! I want pickles so bad. You sit down next to Tang and nudge her in motion. What's up with this? Tang frowns at you. Where have you been? She whispers. Ever since Professor Howell died, congruence has been teaching this class. Then she frowns at everything in general. They said everyone else who might be qualified is too busy. And no, they didn't ask me. I miss Professor Howell. You try to keep your voice down, but congruence literally has ears everywhere. I miss Professor Hal as well, she says, her monitor swinging over to you. He was a very special human. Wait, you ask out loud, congruence can like people? Of course I can like people, she replies. There's humor in her, not a voice. I carried you inside me for 20 years, after all. How could I not get attached? Okay. That was not a glitch. I was doing that on purpose. I won! I did it. Early wet. The season, gang, it's wet. When you ask what the season is, creepy or wet, like, what do you mean? It says, is the season creepy or wet? And you say, and they say, it's a good season, sir. You look outside, it's wet. Work on the farm? What do I get for it? I want to work on my... whatever I can use to make friends with him. Bravery 20 or greater. What's my bravery? Not very. Biology? How am I at biology? Is it time to study life sciences again? Study life sciences. Instance breezes into the classroom, 5 minutes late, as usual. She gestures, and all of your holopalms pulse with a new file download. Pop quiz, she says, sounding bored. Show me what you've learned about Earth's ecosystem, and why the climate crashed in the late 21st century. You and the other students exchange looks of horror. A pop quiz? Oh yeah. Takes me back. Takes me back. Two people look unfazed. Tang and Cal. Both are sitting near enough that you could probably ask them for help before the quiz begins. Tang, help me. Tang rolls her eyes, but obligingly rattles off a few facts about the late 21st century while the other students prepare for the quiz. You're not sure if it'll help, but maybe something will stick. I didn't study for the pop quiz. Okay. Many kinds. It's true. I don't want to blow everything on the first. So let's just... yeah, okay. Habaneros. Habaneros. I read that as jalapenos, and I was like, that's not a thing. Sorry, I gotta concentrate. I'm going into cards mode. I win! I did it! Yes! These card matches are not a joke. Not a joke. You did well. You just tried to imagine the most destructive things humankind could do to the planet. And that was usually the answer, no matter how far-fetched. Deserts growing, terrible storms, sea level rising, species becoming extinct. Whoa, scary. Yeah, don't tell me about it. Cal and Tang look happy with their scores too. And I got another card! As you file out of class, you catch up with Tang and share your thoughts about what you've been learning in class. Earth humans had space travel, gene tech. Shouldn't they have been able to fix the planet? Isn't science the solution to everything? Tang scoffs. Not even science can help people who don't believe in it, she says. Even if the solution is obvious to anyone with half a brain, if the people in charge don't do what needs to be done, what's the point? Please! Teach us how to make pickles. She stomps away, clearly frustrated by the subject. Yeah, I would be too. Nobody's reminding me to hydrate, so I have to remind me to hydrate. No, the escapism is not escaping today. It's really not. Okay. Mid-wet. The wet is mid. Do I have enough yet? Can I please make friends? Surely you guys have some points saved up, right? There's some cheap guys. Five hydrates so I can play a funny sound. Yeah, fair. Yeah, let's work on the farm. Oh my god. How many points do you have saved up for? Like 10,000? It's a proud day for your mom. You're finally following in her footsteps. We're gonna have to get Vera out at some point just to stream so you can spend your damn points already and have your dreams fulfilled. It's a proud day for your mom. You're finally following in her footsteps. She meets you at the gate to the gardens. Hello, Sprout, she says, sounding chipper. Come on, we've got a lot of cover before you'll be able to keep up with the rest of us. No, she's gonna make it incredible for you. Yeah. Finally, some real farming. Your mom shows you around the fields and the geoponics domes. You'll mostly be working in the fields with the hardier earth crops like the potatoes and the corn, as well as the native plants we've managed to cultivate. She frowns. We'll figure out how to cultivate these native plants somehow. Yeah. You spend the rest of the day pulling weeds and watering plants. You're dirty up to your waist by the time you're finished, but it's good, honest work. You're proud to be able to do something that helps out the colony. Cal gives you a high five and invites you for a cool drink in the cafeteria. All the other agriculturists. Become a slut for life for garlicky dill pickles. Out of all the places in the colony you've worked, the geoponics is the most like a family. Maybe because they've always been your family, thanks to your mom and your dad. I did it! I'm still so... I'm talentless and I'm friendless. But I'm doing my best. New perk. Unlock xenobotany research in geoponics. Nice. That's okay. Fair and true. However, I would like to be able to do things. Doing things would be fun. That's all I'm saying. I want to check out the xenobotany research. Hey, kiddo, your dad says, looking up from his work desk where he's dissecting a huge bell-shaped flower. Can you hand me that separator? I've really got my hands in things here. You hand him the tool, which he uses to wedge open some sort of weird stoma-like opening inside the bell. Gooey purple nectar oozes out and pools on the desk. Whoa, he exclaims. I thought I drained this little beauty. Can you get a towel, I guess? No, I didn't mention anything about the dungeon meshy tabletop. You help him mop up the flower juice. Yuck. It's sticky and smells like rotting vegetables. When you're done, he looks at you with pride. You know, I've been thinking of getting one of you kids to come help me out with researching the native plants, he says. You think you might be able to break off some time to help your old man in the lab? I know you've been studying biology, he adds. It's not as glamorous as gene tech research with instance, but it is important. Oh, make sure Chica takes her special treat. Blah, 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 blah. He grins. Let me talk to your mom about it tonight before you go telling her. She's not a fan of alien plants, you know? If it were up to her, we'd fill these greenhouses with earth plants and nothing else. But there's gotta be more on this planet that we can cultivate. We did not evolve on this planet. Why on earth would we be able to eat the plants on this planet? Yay! Chica took her special treat, which is just her anti-anxiety medication. Like, I'm sorry, but no. Research. It's not going quick enough for me. It's all +2 biology. 35. It's time for your end-of-term project. You, Tang, and Cal are all ready to prove that you're capable scientists. Seeing as everyone works together in the colony, you're expected to come up with a project that the three of you can agree on. You can already tell that's going to be a problem. Oh, fun. These two are not the two that I would want to be in a group project with. No offense. We should do a genetics experiment, insists Tang. I have access to the lab around the clock, and I'm already in there every day. It'd be so simple just to come up with an experiment for something I'm already working on. And efficient. It's the perfect choice. Cal considers. I don't know. Lab work is only half the picture, you know? I think we should go to geoponics for some hands-on biology. Memer is almost ready to give birth, and she had trouble during her last calving, he says. You think he's talking about a float cow. We should volunteer to monitor her around the clock and document the progress. Then we can help deliver the calf. You got 2 Chica pics today. Tang looks disgusted. Absolutely not, she sneers. I am not getting my hands all up in some float cow's guts just because you want to play farmer instead of scientist. She pokes her finger into Cal's chest. What are your data points? What's your hypothesis? Do you have a control group? Where's the science, Cal? Ah! Amy! I'm so happy to see you. You aren't better than others just because you work indoors, Cal snaps. It's so rare to see someone actually get under his skin. I hope you are doing well. How are you doing? How is things? Oh, you can scroll back? I never knew that. Okay. Good. Every day, I live and breathe biology, genetics, medicine, and ecology, just like you. Science isn't just about doing experiments. Observation is important too. So is compassion and empathy. Tang scoffs. They both look at you. What do you want to do for the project? Animal husbandry. I'm glad you see things my way, Cal says. He has the look of someone who's trying not to be smug, but isn't quite getting there. Yeah, no, I'm excited to play it. I missed it. I don't know if anybody, I don't know if, anybody, like, knew what was going on, but I got a dog. And, yeah. So, yeah, I was busy, in fact. Well, no, hold on. 1, 2, 5. Yeah. What? Is that not enough? Is that not enough? That's all I got. That's all I got. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. You spend a few days observing Mimer the float cow, who is so huge and gravid that she can barely float at all. You're on watch when she goes into labor. Ah! Ooh! 8? 8? 8. You call Tang and Cal to the barn, then Cal gets in there and safely delivers the calf. And you mean he really gets in there because the calf gets stuck at one point and Cal has to go up into his shoulder after it. It's gruesome and scary, but in the end, both cow and calf are alive. And the float cow is so cute. After another week of veterinary care and close study, you write up your report. Instance looks it over with disinterest, but even she can't find anything at fault with it. This will do, she says. Congratulations, you pass. She is the cutest puppy. I need to take a break. Oh, yeah, no, it's break time. It's the dark season. Your mom gives you a stern look. Be careful, she warns you. Now that we know for a fact it isn't safe out there during glow, I won't have you venturing close to the walls. Stay where Whoa. Stay where I can see you, close to the ship. Yep. You know, why doesn't America have a melon soda? Oh no, my little doggy. I can hear her. I think I'm gonna go for another, maybe an hour and a half, and then I'll cut it. Dis pokes a glowing bobble with his toe. The seed head snaps free and drifts up into the dark of glow, slowly breaking up into little luminescent specks. Make a wish, he says. You doing okay, Anemone? Let's see. Obviously, I'm gonna take a nap this month. Relax in the lounge. Tangent is quietly reading her holopalm. You plop down beside her and ask her what she's reading. Multicellular biology, she says, frowning at the interruption. If you insist on sitting near me, you could at least do it quietly. I should have sat by Cal. Why are you such a dirt, Tang? No problem. You open up your holopalm and find a textbook of old Earth poetry to read. It's never a bad idea to do a little independent study. Although she's a little prickly, you can tell Tang appreciates the company. Yay! I wish I could take the month off. Forget giggling. No more giggling. 2 data points from a line, but 3 is a pattern. The colony has been on high alert all glow, hoping that the creatures from beyond the wall don't return for a 3rd year in a row. Yeah, I doubt it. Surveyors keep reporting that they're seeing unusual animal activity. Even the plants seem different, they say. And new tracks that must have been left by creatures larger and heavier than you've ever seen. You and the other colonists drill evacuation plans. Oh, not that sound again. You're in engineering when you hear the sirens ring through the colony. You cover your ears against the noise and make your way to the nearby classroom. This is one of the assembly points, so you should be safe there, but it wasn't so safe last year for Professor Howe. What if another creature gets in? Congruence, the new teacher, is just a face on a computer screen. She can't protect anyone. Congruence flickers cheerfully. Please stay calm, children, she says. The defense squad is already en route to the creatures. This should be all over soon. You've been told this before. As the sirens continue, you're faced with a choice. Oh, okay. Stay put. Someone's gonna die for it. You, Tang, Mars, and the other kids try to stay calm. Congruence directs you under the big tables together, then assigns you a chapter on Earth history, as if nothing was happening. It's impossible to think with the siren going off. You read and reread the same paragraph over and over, trying not to think about some monster bursting through the door, or the window, or the wall. To the window, to the wall. No! There's nothing you can do, so you try to apply yourself to reading the chapter you've been assigned. You struggle with it, your mind racing. You notice Tangent trying to do the same. She gives you a faint smile over her holoscreen. It isn't long before the sirens turn off, ringing 3 short pulses, not hollow pulses, as the all-clear message flashes on your hollow palm. You and the other children file out of engineering, and you head back to your quarters. Your parents will want to know you're safe. Are your parents safe? Your dad gives you a big hug, but your mom slumps into a seat at your small table. It's like they were going specifically for geoponics this time, she mutters, but your dad pets your hair and shushes her. I'm sure it was just bad luck, Flulubelle, he says, but your mom shakes her head and folds her hand in front of her mouth, staring out the porthole window at the fields. Quiet! It's quiet! And I got so many cards this time around. $13! Hi, Tang. Tangent is standing still with her face held up to the sky, letting blue snowflakes land on her cheeks. They melt almost immediately. She doesn't move as you approach. After a minute, she winces and rubs her eyes. It stings, she says. Oop. Whoops. Because it's made of acid. Acid snow? Tang nods. The HoloNet entry says it isn't harmful. It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius and turns into tiny crystals that are so heavy they fall from the clouds. You can see them under a microscope. She sticks her tongue out and lets some of the flakes fall on it. It tastes kind of sour but sweet, she observes. Fascinating. Tang pulls a sample jar out of her coat. We know what it's made of, but our understanding is incomplete, she says, and places the jar on an outcropping of rocks. The big mushrooms changed in shape and color before the snow began to fall. I wonder, is there some sort of signal that precedes the changing of the seasons? What happens if I expose samples collected in dust season to snow from quiet season? A small, excited smile creeps across Tang's face. There's so much to learn about this planet. I can't wait. You and your brother are so much alike. Tang narrows her eyes. Yes, we used to get that a lot, she says. I guess it's still true if you think sneaking out of the colony is the same as valid scientific research. She frowns at you. He's so dumb, she mutters, and shoves her hands under her arms. He only cares about feelings, especially his own. As for me, I think feelings are stupid, and that's why I'm going to become a fascist when I grow up. Watch me have a sore throat tomorrow because I haven't talked this much in ages. Cal! Hold this to your head now, my darling, you hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help with the swelling. Cal is sitting with his mother, Auntie Tira, who kneels beside him holding an ice pack to his head. Cal's eyes are a little puffy. He rubs them and sniffs as you approach. Hello, Selene. Tira greets you with a kind smile. Don't worry. Recalcitrance? Recalcitrance is his name? Recalcitrance just took a tumble off something he shouldn't have been climbing. Mom, Cal complains, it wasn't that bad. Gonna be okay? I'm okay, Cal reassures. I just bonked my head a little. Mom always knows how to make it better, he says with a boyish smile, even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. I don't know. All of these names are silly. My brave boy, Tira says, stroking his hair. Thanks for humoring me. She looks over to you. Don't let him show off for you, Selene. Ground-based feats of bravery only for the rest of the day. Cal whines and wrinkles his nose. Tira laughs and wraps him in a big motherly hug, rocking him back and forth. Despite his protests, Cal's eyes close in happiness. He really loves his mom. Ah, death flag, death flag, death flag. Something bad is going to happen to her. Hello? Something bad will happen. Am I brave enough? No. I'm gonna work at the depot. Get into a debate. Hold on, I want to read this. Mars is frowning intently at her holopalm, typing a new message. Oh, excuse me, Selene. I just have to clear something up, she says, sparing you a look. Anemone posted her answers to the Everything About You survey on the colony message board, and she said that she thinks her brother Calm is the coolest person on the colony. Mars rolls her eyes, as if. Calm is like one of the hottest, but he's not sophisticated. I'm sorry, I'm having a really good time voice acting, so... How much kudos do I have? I don't have enough kudos for that. Okay, yep, working at the supply depot. It's another meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. You're trying to figure out what to do today. It's your job as vice president of Fun Ideas, but you're having trouble coming up with something. Think, Selene, think. What's that smell? Tang asks as she joins you. You think she means someone farted and you giggle, but then you can smell it too. It's like burning mustard or spices strong and acrid. Then the overhead lights start to flicker. Oh, that keeps happening, Mars says with a shrug. Like, it's the same time every afternoon. No one knows why. It's a mystery. She and Tang look at each other, then at you. A mystery? They jump to their feet. There's a mystery afoot, and the SFC is going to solve it. Tang brings up a fresh notepad on her holopalm and adds 2 bullet points. Clue 1, weird smell. Clue 2, flickering lights. Cal sniffs the air. The smell is coming from that vent, he says, pointing to a screen in the corner. Get up close and sniff. No, thank you. Get a schematic to see where the vent goes. You pull up a schematic of the ship on your holopalm and track down where this vent goes. It takes a snaking route around the ship and connects to the cafeteria kitchens. It smells awful in here. Antecedent is in here, fanning the nanoprinter with a cutting board. Belches out foul black smoke. Oh gosh, kids, she says, don't come any closer. This darn nanoprinter's on the fritz again. Everything that comes out is awfully burned, and I don't want you to breathe in the smoke. Every gosh darn day, she says under her breath. You look up. The lights are flickering here, too. There, did you see it? You take a closer look. There's some kind of black dust near them. That's weird. Little clumps of it are stuck to the wall and ceiling, all around the outlet in the back of the nanoprinter, too. You climb onto the counter, much to Antecedent's annoyance. When you put your hand near the black dust, your holopalm makes your hand tingle like it's vibrating slightly. Tangent climbs up with you and tries it, too. Electromagnetism, she confirms. The ferromagnetic materials in our holopalms are reacting to the presence of magnets, or an electric current. I think it's in this dust. She makes a note. Clue 3, electromagnetic dust. Has no one cleaned the kitchen in 3 years? Antecedent shoos you out of the kitchens. Out! Out! Go play somewhere else, my darlings. We've got supper to prepare. You follow the clumps of black dust to the lounge, down a long hallway to the children's crèche. It's quiet here, and instinctively you all walk softly and stop talking. You slow as you approach the playroom. Yeah, that's what PTSD does to you. Something smells in my room, too. Something smells like cookies. I don't know. The crèche playroom is empty and dimly lit, except for the hollow projector in the corner showing a purple teddy bear. The one that electrocuted your friend Tammy. It keeps flickering on and off. Oh my god, is it a ghost? Okay. I don't want to convince Mars to go first because I'm afraid that she's gonna die. Anemone steps up. It's time for the vice president of Caking Things to do her job, she said quietly. As she steps in, all the lights in the room suddenly turn on. 2 musical toys start playing all at once, and a toy robot begins spinning in a circle, whirring. Mars shrieks. It's a ghost. It's a ghost. Tangent rushes suddenly forward, grabs a glass from the art table, and slams it upside down on the counter. I caught it, she yells. Oh. Oh. You gather around to see. Under the glass are what look like 4 red, round metal things, like ball bearings. As you watch, one of them starts to roll. It advances to the edge of the glass, then rolls around a ring on the inside. It stops. Then a pair of long silver antennae emerge from the top of the ball. They click together, producing a bright spark of electricity. You all jump back. The other 3 balls gradually wake and begin snapping their own antennae. I think we've solved our mystery, Tank says with a growing smile. Sure enough, you find more magnetic black dust and something else. Tiny bite marks on the electric cord leading to the hollow projector. Okay, so it wasn't a ghost, but boy, did it seem like a ghost. They must be feeding off the electricity, Tang explains, then storing it like a battery to use for self-defense. And this dust must be their excrement. Fascinating. You report your findings to Dr. Instance. She discovers these pests have in fact been siphoning off electric current from your ship since it landed, and are responsible for some dangerous power surges. One such surge must have been the one that killed your friend, Tammy. That's the cause of Tammy's death? From a quick look around the room, everyone knows it. Anemone rubs Cal's back as he stares at the ground. Instance sends you all some kudos and thanks. Wow, okay. Yeah, Apollo voice, it's a bug. Can I have some good cards, please? I'd love some good cards. I'd love to draw some good cards. You wait to the sound of your parents arguing in hushed tones, clearly trying not to disturb you. You blink away the sleep from your eyes, eventually remembering, wait, isn't today your 13th birthday? Where's your birthday cuddles? Your parents always make a big deal about your birthday. Oh no, not the birthday cuddles! You peek out through the privacy curtain on your bunk and listen in on their argument. You're being unreasonable, your mom says. Selene is a teenager now. You have to give them the opportunity to take calculated risks, or they'll start acting out. That's just what being a teenager is. Going off into the wilderness isn't a calculated risk, your dad replies. It's too dangerous. It's weird to hear your parents arguing. If they ever disagree, they sort it out quietly or go to mediation. This time they sound really upset. It's unsettling. You don't need to. They glance at you. Your mom holds up her hand to silence you and goes right back to talking. Geranium, she grates. You've said it yourself that we need every person out there surveying for edible native plants. You're even going yourself. Why not our child? Your dad flails his hands helplessly. Because, Flulu, they're our child. It's our responsibility to keep them safe. You're not keeping anyone safe by coddling them, your mom almost shouts, and your dad flinches in shocks. Solene's survival depends on them understanding this is a planet we're living on. So you're not doing them or the colony any favors by pretending like that's not the case. Won't you two just shut up? Your outburst at least makes them stop arguing, but they still look unhappy. You're a bit surprised at how angry you got there. Where did that come from? I'm sorry, Junebug, your dad says softly. We shouldn't be arguing in front of you. We're just worried about you, and I don't want you to be in danger, even though we both know it's a part of growing up. Your mom's fierce expression softens. Hey, Selene, sorry. It's your birthday today, and here we are arguing like a pair of assholes. Happy birthday. They both give you a hug. We meant to order up from the canteen and have your usual birthday breakfast, but we got to talking about how Utopia's opened up positions and expeditions for kids 13 and older, and, well, that's you now. I suppose we'll have to let you spread your wings someday, your dad relents. I just feel better knowing you were safe here inside the colony walls. He gives your mom a faint smile. We decided early on to let you choose your own path in life, so if you want to join expeditions, we're behind you. Just be safe. Well, that was a fun birthday that we just had. It was a fun birthday, and everything is fine now. Well, I think what Cranthios was saying was that from the narrative, it's like, oh, your parents fighting is like a new thing for you, which, like, yeah, well, imagine your parents fighting being a novelty. Mars does a little twirl, showing off her shimmering dress. You wouldn't believe how many kudos I needed to use to nanoprint this dress, she says loftily. I won't even bother telling you. It would only make you jealous. Some people get the sniffles during pollen, Cal says. My mom says it's because your nose thinks the pollen dust is itchy, so it turns on the floodworks to wash itself out. That's so cute. I love Cal. Like, ooh, buddy. I mean, I think things are going in, like, you know, the colony, things are happening. Are my eyes locked? No. You find Tang leaning against the wall of the laboratory. I can finally study together with Tang? Looking onto the hustle and bustle of the colony. Antecedent tried to talk to me about puberty today, she says, rolling her eyes. It was a pleasure to tell her that I seem to be suffering no ill effects from the malady. She crosses her arms and shrugs dismissively. Perhaps there is a limit to genetic recombination therapy, as I do not seem to be undergoing the effects common among those who are born to this array of hormones. I should advise Chief Engineer Instance. Oh. Is Tang intersex? I mean, you are only 13, so... You find your dad comparing some plant samples. When he sees you, he puts down his test tubes and gives you a big hug. Kiddo! He exclaims, then kneels down to look you in the eye. I've been thinking. I want to say I'm sorry your mom and I were arguing on your birthday. We disagree sometimes, just like every couple, but it's unfair that you had to see how the soy sausage gets made. Oh! It was mentioned earlier, wasn't it? I had totally forgotten. I was really upset. Your dad's face falls. I know, I'm sorry, Gooseberry. Here, I hear the depot's open now. Go get yourself a piece of candy or something on me. Yeah. I totally... Yeah. Huh. Okay. Your mom and I talked it out, he continues. We're both just really putting on our everything into the farm right now, and it's making us kind of snappy. You don't have to worry about it, okay? He squeezes you in a hug. If you want to join Utopia's exploration team, just be careful. It's dangerous out there. Can I join Utopia's exploration team? You step... I know I can't because I still have no skills. I need to do some physical skills. Play, sports ball, defense training, bravery. Yes! Mars may not be a skilled sports ball player as Anemone, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain, but she isn't so great at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Her favorite thing is to spike the ball right into the opposing net stop's body. It's not a legal move, but she's done it so many times that the opposition now stands further back when Mars has the ball, which is exactly what she wants. Did you see that? Anemone complains to you during a break. Mars wouldn't pass the ball to either of us for 10 whole minutes. Somebody has to do something. Anemone looks at you questioningly. I'll talk to Mars in private. No! Not my best friend. You pull Mars aside before the second down. When you explain that she needs to change her behavior, she gets defensive and angry, but seems to understand what you're saying. Fine, fine, she says. I get it. If I hog the ball and don't pass it to players who are worse than me, they'll never get better. I guess you have a point. Why is Mars such an asshole? Mars tries your teamwork theory out, and the three of you sweep the floor with the other team. She does a fairly good job of actually being team captain, too, encouraging you and Anemone to play your best. Turns out Mars likes winning even more than she likes being the one with the ball. Wait, yes. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, wait. 1, 2. No, guess not. Yay! Okay, there we go. My bravery went up. I have 8 bravery. I am the most cowardly child imaginable. Okay, let's see. Does anybody have anything to say? Bravo. I'm brav. Brav. Let's work on the farm. You're pulling weeds from the garden beds when you see Cal scurry past you, moving with a purpose. He doesn't even stop to say hello before he disappears into the barn. Oh, excuse me. I'm following him. You slip into the barn behind Cal, and you're surprised to find him kneeling on the ground, feeding leaves to a small caterpillar-like creature. It scampers around him on its 6 stubby white feet, chirping and chittering at him. Oh, I love Cal. You're so surprised, actually, that you let the barn door close too loudly, and Cal's head snaps up. Selene! He gasps, trying to scoot the creature behind him. What is that thing? Cal sighs and scoops up the creature, cradling it in his arms. It immediately flips over and shows Cal its soft pink belly begging for scritches. Oh, that makes me think about my doggy. I miss my doggy. This is Socks, Cal says quietly. I found her cocoon in one of the first shipments of mushwood, and I named her species... Oh, hold on. Sorry, I was hearing sounds. Species a dillypiller, because I couldn't find anything like her in the Surveyor archives. I've been taking care of Socks for years, Cal insists. She's really sweet, I promise. I hope nobody finds out. Same here, Cal says. Do you remember Miss Manners, the mouse we found on the stratospheric? The grown-ups wouldn't let us keep her. He frowns. I wonder what happened to her in engineering. Maybe Tang knows. Oh, probably something terrible. Oh, whoops. Missed that. Calling her a buggy wuggy. So, Lane, can I get your help with something in the barn? Cal asks. You excuse yourself from planting and follow Cal. Something's wrong with Socks, Cal says, closing the door behind you. She won't eat and she cries all the time. You look into Socks' crate. She's almost too big for it now, even curled up into a ball. She raises her head and peeps miserably at you, then curls even tighter, her bulbous antennae drooping. Oh! No, but it's cute! It's cute. She looks paler, right? Cal says, coming up beside you. And she's always sleepy and cold. I don't know what to do. She won't eat leaves anymore, or anything else I bring her. Potatoes, corn, wheat, beans. She just chews them up and spits them out. He points to the lid of the box. She's been chewing on her box, too, he says. I'm worried she's going to chew her way out and escape while I'm not here. Cal rubs Socks under her chin, but she barely responds to his touch. Oh, this is making me miss my dog. I want to pet my dog. A dangerous butterfly? Like a butterfree? You've been outside the walls, right, Selene? Have you ever seen any animals like Socks? Full-grown ones? What do they eat? I have not been outside the walls, man. I am not brave enough. Thank you, Selene, Cal says, sighing as he closes the box. I'm really worried. One. Two. One. Wait. No, I know how to play this. Does it count if it's a tie? I love my little dog. I love my little doggy. No. 8, 3. There we go. Okay. Are you wearing your respirator? No. Oh, why is everything pink? Your dad was sniffling and sneezing pretty bad this morning. He collapsed around this time last year, so you've been feeling anxious about his health, especially now that the pollen is back. He's literally not wearing his respirator. This man is a COVID-19 denier. He's working hard in the fields, respirator hanging from his neck, as he grunts and shovels dirt into a wheelbarrow. He sees you coming and stands up straight, coughing a little as he stretches his back. Hey, kiddo, what brings you out here? Dad, you have to wear your respirator. Your dad makes blah blah motions with his hands. I do. Don't look at me like that. I'm just getting some fresh air. It's hard to breathe with that thing on. Geranium of this game is a anti-masker. Your dad makes... Oh, wait. I'm racing to get these pixie beans in the ground, he continues. We're all set to have a great harvest in time for Vertumnalia. You're not going to make it to Vertumnalia. You're going to die. He's going to die before the festival. This man would have gotten COVID 6 times. Yep, he sure would have. He leans on his shovel, tucking one foot behind the other and rocking back and forth. Truth is, I've been working like a dog. I'd love to get out of here for a while. Hey, what do you say you and I go for a little walk, he says, brightening. I know you don't get outside the walls much either, but we could do a little nature walk. I study all the plants the foragers bring back, but I've never really seen them out in the wild. Sounds great. Awesome, your dad exclaims. I knew you'd pick up what I'm throwing down. Your mom doesn't see the draw, he continues, slipping his shovel up onto his shoulder and picking his way carefully out of the turned fields. This man takes ivermectin instead of reasonable medicine for human people. They're in a cult. I'm telling you, they're in a cult. She likes what she can control, you know? But there's a whole planet out there, and I want to go explore. He stops and doubles over, suddenly racked with a coughing fit that makes him unable to speak. He tries a few times to catch his breath, but each time he just starts coughing harder. The pink pollen in the air swirls and eddies around you both. Maybe you should stay indoors. Oh, your dad wheezes. You're just like Instance, that old stick in the mud. I remember when we were younger. She was always walking around with her nose in everyone's business. She always thinks she knows what's best for people. Despite his brave words, he has to hold on to you for balance as he catches his breath again. Go home. Go home. Home. Okay, maybe now's not the best time, he gasps, finally putting his respirator back on. But you and me, we have a date with the outside world, kiddo. I'm taking a rain check. You're gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Whew, he says, his eyes red-rimmed and streaming from irritation. I can't wait until Instance figures out a treatment for this shimmer thing. She says maybe next year, maybe the one after that. I'm gonna be first in line, you bet. Oh, he's going to die. Am I wrong, people? He's those are the words of a man that's going to live to see the end of the story. Oh, yes. Cal looks up from his planting. What's up, Selene? He asks. Want to help? I got a lot of seeds to get in the ground. Want to hear a fun nature fact? Aw. You tell him about the time Tang brought a skunk bug for show and tell in biology, and it got scared and made the worst, most smelliest, grossest stink you have ever smelled, and everyone thought Tang had farted. That is the deathest death flag. The man is not wearing his mask. He's taken ivermectin. This man is not going to make it through the pandemic or the exocolony. Then Professor Hal had to clear out the whole room, and it took weeks to get the smell out of the beanbags. It was so gross, but also kind of neat how such a tiny bug could make a whole room of kids run away. He's so dead. He's so cooked. His bacon is so fried. Cal laughs. I remember that, Selene, except the way I heard it wasn't Tang, it was you. Yeah, I thought that wasn't really in character for Selene, or Tang, rather. Oh my god, hold on. Dis is sulking, leaning against the outer wall of the colony with his arms crossed. Mars called me a maladapted degenerate today, he says. Then she told me that she's just trying to help, like everything would be fine if I just acted like everyone else. He scowls. Everyone thinks we're so much better than the people we left back on Earth, but they're just as close-minded and stupid. You tell 'em, Dis. You tell 'em. I'm gonna do defense training. You've heard Security Chief Rhett. Hello, sir. You've heard Security Chief Rhett is on the lookout for lookouts. That is, for kids to chill out on top of the walls all afternoon and count Xenos. Sounds way better than going to class. He gives you a once-over, eyes narrowed. All right, he says. Look over there, at the end of that field. What does that sign say? Failed to read it! I'm refusing to play your game. Rhett looks pinched that you bothered him for nothing. Following orders saves lives, Selene, he says. I had to learn that when I was your age. He turns away from you. You're lucky you haven't needed to yet. I just get the worst cards. No. Listen, I can appreciate a man, okay? I can appreciate a man with good muscles. I can appreciate a man in uniform. I did really good that month. Don't call me out for being thirsty, okay? The pollen is not, like, getting less thick. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Ooh, I have enough kudos for a thing. Let's see. I already have a lot in persuasion and biology. I honestly think this would be the best. Can I access my... Do I have... Hold on. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I can hear it. It's wild. Holy crap. Okay. Did I not buy the thing? I can hear the neighbors. Boy, can I. Okay, okay. I don't think I need any help with animals right now, but that persuasion is no joke. Wow. Can I persuade? No. I can't persuade. Okay. That's fine. You know what time it is? My perception is so bad. How do I get better perception? I don't know of anything. How do I get perception? Oh, by delivering supplies. Hey, it has been forever. It's good to see ya. How ya been? How you been? How you been? All right, let's do this. You're charged with delivering a Oh, that's okay. Have fun lurking. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I'm giving you a little heart with my hands, but my avatar doesn't show it. You're charged with delivering a special package from Administrator Seek to Chief Engineer Instance. The wrapping is so fancy. Seek must have nano-printed the pretty handkerchief and ribbons specially for this package. You can't help but stare, but Seek snaps at you to mind your own business and get to work. Yikes! Alright! Touchy much? Tang laughs when she sees you in engineering holding Seek's gift. Wow. Again, she says, rolling her eyes. You try to hand her the package, but she looks at it like it's a stick of dynamite. Oh no. I don't want any part of this, she insists. Just go through those doors and give it to Instance if you want to ruin everyone's day. Open it. I will always say yes to more cards. You tear away the pretty wrapping to reveal a small wooden carving. It's smooth and warm, and you can see where real tools shape the wood, not a nanoprinter. Seek must have put a lot of time and effort into it. It's clearly a carving of instance. Her hard expression is instantly recognizable, even if the rest of her is naked. Yep, she's sure naked. You quickly cover it back up before someone sees you holding a naked lady doll. Oh no. You detour through the nanoprinter material recycling room and drop the package in the chute. Whatever it was for, it'll be separated into its base molecules and churned into new shoes, or whatever. Yeah, that's where it should be. That's where it should be. Seek looks excited by your return. Did she like it? What did she say? Mix, you are a little too thirsty. You lie and tell them that Instance loved it. Seek is overjoyed and gives you a nice fat tip. Hopefully this won't come back to bite you in the butt. Sounds ominous. No. There we go. I remember how to play this game. You're getting older. It's that magical time of your life. I wouldn't call it magical. Full of discoveries and possibilities. When children become adults and their bodies change in weird, wonderful, and often embarrassing ways. When you were younger, Congruence gave your class a frank presentation about preparing for the changes your bodies would experience in the next few years. Which parts of the presentation was relevant to you? Oh, well, this is a fun little thing. Okay. You get to choose your genitalia. I'm like a doll down there. Thanks to gene tech, your body doesn't need to conform to expectations for sex and gender. It's the future. Oh, I wish it was the future now. That's the ideal gender presentation for our body. It's just nothing. There's nothing down there. It's a hole. You and your friends giggled your way through Congruence's presentation and left with a new appreciation for the wonders of the human body. Puberty had felt like something that would happen so far in the future that it didn't apply to you. You put it out of your mind even as you noticed Cal's voice begin to drop, or Mars starting to dress differently. Until one morning you wake up and it's magic! Something feels different. You can tell you're in a weird mood before you even open your eyes. The sound of your parents moving around your quarters irritates you. Why can't they be quiet? Why do you all have to live in the same room? Can't they just leave you alone? You throw back your privacy curtain and snap at them to shut up! Your mom and dad blink at you in shock for a few seconds. Then your mom's face goes red. Excuse me, kid? You do not speak to people like that. Yeah, I mean, that's the real ideal, but I don't think that'll happen anytime in the near future, so. You're not the boss of me. Your mom opens her mouth to yell at you, but your dad raises his hands for peace. Hey, now, let's walk it back a bit, he says diplomatically. Solange, you can't expect total silence when we all live together like this. If you're cranky in the mornings, you need to go to bed earlier. Teenagers need more sleep. Your mom opens her mouth again, but your dad continues. Flula will try to be quieter. Solange is telling us that they're starting to need more space, right? He's so reasonable, it just makes you even more angry. How dare he try to understand? You roll over in bed and sulk until they leave. You end up sulking for so long that you miss the window for breakfast in the canteen, so now you're hungry and upset. You scroll on social media to try to take your mind off whatever is going on with you today, and happen to see a photo of your friends hanging out together in the construction lot beside engineering. That makes it worse. Your friends are having fun without you. Even though you chose to skip breakfast, it feels like a personal insult. How dare they? Don't they know that you're sad? What is happening? Gain status hormones. You feel on the edge today. Like everything that happens feels so unfair and tragic. Like you want to punch stuff and then cry about it. Like you want to be left alone, but you also desperately want attention. Feels like a font of new energy is starting to bubble up inside you. Dangerous, uncontrollable energy. Welcome to puberty, Solane. Do I have to? New perk. Equip an additional gear. Nice. I am going to do that right now. Oh my god. You know what? It's getting kind of late. I think I am going to call it early. Or earlier than I thought it would. Just, 15. Yeah, you forgot. It's been so long. It's been a really long time since I've been 13. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for today. And go see my little doggy. Because I miss my little dog. At some point, I do want to do a stream where I have a Chica quiz for everyone. So that you can all answer questions about my little doggy and see my little doggy. Yeah, it's very important that you see my little doggy. But yeah, I will be doing this again Sunday. Let's try to make this a regular thing. We can do it. I believe in us. Alright, y'all. Have a good week. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.